Are there really any legit places to buy Spotify plays and monthly listeners for cheap? Well, we'll talk about it in today's video. What's going on, guys? This is Omari with No Nonsense Music Marketing, the #1 place for music business and industry advice online. If you're not subscribed already, which a lot of you watching this video probably aren't subscribed, click that subscribe button because we go over important information for musicians every single week, such as today. Is there really any legit place to buy Spotify plays and monthly listeners? So kind of a trick question. You're not, if a place is just directly selling Spotify plays, like they're saying, hey, here's 100,000 plays for $10 or whatever, obviously that's not a good look. But there's a large difference between buying plays and buying time. All right, so there are legitimate ways to buy somebody's time, and that may lead to the Spotify plays. So with services like Submit Hub, for example, you are paying for somebody's time to listen to your music for the chance that they may add it to their playlist. Now, one common complaint that people have about Submit Hub or services like it is that curators may say, hey, the song is great, but we're not going to playlist it on our playlist. It's just not a right fit. Like, people get that response a lot, and it's just like, well, if you said my music was good, then why aren't you going to playlist it on your playlist? I thought that this genre was appropriate. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Versus paying for somebody's time to campaign your music, which is what we do. So if you search music promotion, best music promotion, whatever, our name pops up a lot because people are paying us to run the campaign for them. So if we accept the music, they submit the music. If we accept it, then we're saying that we're going to run this campaign until it at least reaches a certain amount of streams. Now, sometimes we have to work longer on campaigns to actually reach that stream count, and that's something that we're willing to do, to work harder for musicians. Generally, we say that from all of our data that we're pulling together, we believe that we can get this campaign done within about 4 weeks, but sometimes it does take longer. It's a constant checking of the data. So we have to check and see how many songs we get in for the month, how many lists we're pushing that out to, whose lists are getting crowded. If one curator wants to request too many songs from us, or they accept a bunch of songs, and then their quality starts to go down, then we will just kind of tell them to pump their brakes for a second. Like, it's a lot of management. It's active management of campaigns. So any curator, obviously can add as many songs as they want to, but that also means that their list quality is going down. So if a curator's just throwing 1,000 songs on their list, well, then nobody's getting results, even if it were the right genre. So it's a lot of active management. That's the difference, really. So is there legitimate places to quote unquote buy Spotify streams? For that direct question, it would be a no. Are there legitimate places to buy someone's time to either listen to or run your campaign? Yes, there are. So as you see, the difference is, it needs explanation so that people understand it, but it is significant. So if somebody's giving you a guaranteed, I can get you 100,000 Spotify streams in this time frame, and there's no question about it. Like, there's no question that it will reach this in this time frame. They may have accurate data about that if they're not accepting a lot of songs. I guess if they're accepting like 2 songs a month, and they know that their list, they have all the data that says their list gets like 10,000 streams per month for all these other songs, you have a pretty good chance of that. You may have a high probability of that, but you can't guarantee anybody that. So that's the big difference. If that's unclear in any way, drop us a comment on this video. And by the way, if you're finding this explanation helpful, smash that like button so that this feeds into the algorithm. Other artists find this and they recognize that key difference. There's a lot of services out there since we started back in 2014, 2015. There's been a bunch of services come and go, but some have stayed. And sometimes it's really hard for artists to tell the difference. We get thousands of songs per year that come into us, and sometimes those artists will have been on bad lists before that it was showing a lot of streams, but when you actually look at the data, it wasn't coming from real places. It was coming from like 5 places. These people get bot farms. It comes from like 5 places, and then it'll show 5 major cities, for instance. And that's not how people listen to music. It's not all going to come from 5 major cities. It's going to come from many different places because there's a lot of people in the world, and Spotify is not just served in 5 major cities. So if it's a chill playlist, for instance, then there's going to be people from some rinky-dink town in, Nebraska or something that are also at least somewhat listening to this playlist as well. So we have our videos as well that we'll link in here that show artists how to research playlists to look for, fake playlisters, bad streams, all that stuff. But that is the nuanced difference of, can you buy Spotify plays and monthly listeners, or can you buy somebody's time to run this campaign for you or listen to your music? So we don't have any affiliation with Submit Hub, but that is it's a legitimate option to try to get playlisters to hear your music. Obviously, we think our option is better because we're saying that if we do accept your song, then we'll actually run this campaign for you. You won't have to sit there and manually submit to all these different curators just for them to possibly give you feedback to say, hey, I like your song, but I'm not going to add it to my list anyway. You're just not here for that, right? So that's why we have grown, and that's why a lot of artists choose our option as well. So like I said, drop me a comment in this video if you have any thoughts or need extra explanation to this. And also, if you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get updates on every new video, and I'll catch you in the next one.